Hey guys, it's Mary and welcome back to Study Journey. Welcome back to the Python series. This is episode 14 of the word game, and in today's episode we're going to be working on the helper function from the previous episode, which is substitute hand, and actually try to test it out. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so in the previous episode we have started writing substitute hand, but we don't really know if this code works yet. So the best way to test code is to print things out. So as we can see, first we made a copy of new hand. We don't have to print this because we already know what it is. And then we set the possible letter to get available letters for the letters in hand. And then the substitute letter is going to be a random choice of any of the possible letters. So I'm right here, I'm going to actually print out the substitute letter to see if it is actually a random letter from possible letters. So as we can tell, right here in ps3.py, we named a hand. So this is the letters that are already in the hand. So if we replace a letter and substitute a letter, which is a random choice of possible letters, then it should change one of these letters to something that is not in the hand. So I can print that out and see if it works. Next, we define new hand, and it should print out the new hand. So right here, I'm actually going to print out the new hand to see if it works. Now, over here, in problem 6, before substitute hand, as we can see, there were the two helper functions. So I'm going to first copy both of these over. And then in substitute hand, right here where it says pass to do, I'm going to make sure the tabs or indentions are the same. And then I'm going to copy over what I have right here. And then now I'm going to Command S to save it. And I'm going to open my terminal. So remember in our Finder, we had to first go to CS Practice. So I'm going to cd CS Practice. And then from CS Practice, this was all in ps3.2. So I'm going to cd ps3.2. And then from ps3.2, I'm going to run ps3.py. So Python 3. And then ps3.py. Alright, so before we run our code, we have to check to see that our code is right. So right here, I actually made a mistake previously, and this is supposed to be string.ascii. So I'm going to change that to string. And then if we scroll, as we can see, when it plays, it just plays the hand. And we don't want that because there's nowhere in play hand where it actually uses substitute hand. So I'm just going to run substitute hand. So it updates the word list, and then I'm going to do substitute hand. However, we have the hand, which is right here, but we don't have a letter yet. So I'm going to let the letter just equal a random letter. So I'm going to say X. Now I'm going to Command S and then save it and open my terminal and then hit enter. So as we can see, the random letter for right now was N, and then it added an X to the end of it. So as we can see, our current hand is still this, and it did not replace what we have originally yet. So we're going to fix our code. I'm going to terminate this window for now and delete what I have here. And save it. So in the next episode, before we test our code, we are actually going to start writing the play game function. So it actually asks the user whether or not they could substitute a hand, and then we can see whether our substitute hand function works.